Okay, here we are in the kitchen again, and today I'm going to make some hamburger buns with sesame seeds on top. So let me get my stuff together and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. So this is what we're going to do. I've got everything laid out here, and I started with my sourdough discard. This is the discard, right? So it's not active, it's not bubbly, it's not been fed, it's pretty much dead. So what we're going to do is use a little bit of conventional yeast with these hamburger buns, because this is not the real thing, and it would take a lot longer to use the wild yeast in the sourdough than to use the commercial yeast. Okay, so today we're going to use the commercial yeast and get these hamburger buns done, because I'm out and I need to put some more in the freezer. So I thought I'd bring you along with me and you can watch me do this. So we started out with 100 grams of sourdough discard. Now listen, when you're working with sourdough, most of the time you use grams, okay, instead of ounces. So if you don't have some scales, grab you some somewhere and do all this in grams, or you can get on the internet and convert everything over to ounces if you want to go to that extreme too. So it doesn't matter either way you want to do it, or either way you can do it. But today I'm going to do it in grams. I do almost everything in grams with the sourdough. So we got 100 grams of the discard. Okay, then we're going to do, and this averages out to about a cup, okay, of the warm milk, and we do, that's 250 grams, so we're going to put that in there on top of the discard, okay, and then we're going to put some sugar. Now let's talk about this sugar for a minute. I'm getting down here so I don't have to move the phone each time. Let's talk about this, okay? Sugar, we watch our sugar now, and it calls, my recipe calls for 50 grams of sugar, and I do not use all that sugar. I use 25. So you adjust that to you, okay, and your family. So today we're going to use 25 grams of, and I use the organic, the brown sugar is what I use, okay? So we'll put that in there. Now we're going to get a little whisk here thing going. And then we're going to put in our conventional yeast, which is 7 grams, and I think it averages out to about a teaspoon and a half. I'm not sure, but we'll put it in there, okay? All right, now we're going to put 500 grams of bread flour, okay? Can you use all-purpose flour? Maybe. I haven't tried it. I think you need a little stronger flour for this, but hey, you could try it if you want. But I've got 500 grams of bread flour, and that's what I'm going to put in here today. So we're going to put this in. Okay, get all that out of there. Now we're going to take it over here to the mixer. Not very far, right there. Got our dough hook on, and we're going to mix this till it's just kind of incorporated. Okay, so let's mix it real quick. And we got some more stuff coming up here. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Just a little mix, you know, kind of get that going. Then we're going to have, this is soft butter. It's 100 grams, and I think it averages out to be almost a stick of butter. But, if you're doing grams, it's 100 grams. So we'll put it in there. Okay. And it calls for 2 egg yolks. Okay. Now I've adjusted this recipe for us. And I've been making it, it's tried and true, and I've been making it for a while now, and my family just loves it. But I had to adjust this recipe for us a little bit. So then we're going to put the salt in. Almost forgot the salt. You got to have salt and sourdough, right? Okay. So for the salt, we're using 10 grams, and I usually use all the salt. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, 10 grams of salt. Okay, that's everything. Now we're gonna mix this up. Let me put you up here for a minute. We're gonna mix this up in the blender, or stand-up mixer. And for about 6 to 8 minutes. We're gonna do it for about 6 to 8 minutes. We're gonna knead this in the thing. You can do this by hand. You don't have to, if you don't have a stand-up mixer, that's fine. Mix it up, you know, and stir it up and everything, and then you'll have to knead it with your hands, which probably take about double that time. And when I get this done, I will, I'll just be back. I'll just mix this. You don't want to stand here and watch me mix this. So I'll just mix this and I'll be right back. Okay, 6 minutes later. That's about what we win, about 6 minutes. I'm gonna take, well first, before I do that, I wanted to show you guys. Whatever, you can just put this in another bowl or whatever. I've bought this see-through one and I just put this band around it so I can watch it double. But it takes, I think, about an hour for it to double. But I just spray that on the inside with some olive oil spray. And we'll get this out. And it's again gonna be really soft. This is really soft dough. My battery's going dead on my phone. Why not? I've had a morning. I've been hanging out clothes, you guys. Does anybody hang out clothes anymore? Or am I the only person? I got some going in the dryer. There's just certain things I don't like hung out on the line, but I've got our bed clothes hung out on the line, our sheets and our quilts and stuff, and I just love to crawl in bed at nighttime and that smell. I just love it. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of stuff this morning. So here's your dough. Okay, it's real soft and real pliable and real, it just feels good. It's good dough to work with. So I just kind of put it in a ball like this, and I put it in this bowl like that. And then I'm gonna put this up here. It won't be exact, okay, because it's got a big hump in the middle. But I just kind of put that up there like that, and I'll watch it. And when it gets to be about up here somewheres, probably, I will come back. I'll be back, okay? So we're gonna put him right underneath the light, underneath the stove, and we're gonna let him rise for a little while. And then we'll be back and I'll show you what I did. Okay, here we are. It's doubled. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. So I'm gonna put the camera down here where y'all can watch everything I'm doing. Hope you can see that. All right, so we're gonna start out and we're gonna weigh this, okay? So I'm gonna pull this out of here onto the counter. I'm gonna turn my scales on and we're gonna weigh it in grams. Put it in there. It's 1021 grams, 1,021 grams. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1,021 and we're gonna divide it by 12 because we're gonna make 12 hamburger buns. Okay, so it's gonna be about 85 grams a piece. See how I did that there? So 85 grams. So we're gonna take this out and we're gonna measure. We're gonna tear our scales back out and we're gonna measure 85. Okay, that's way too much. About right there. It's 86. So 85, 86, give or take. We're not gonna get picky. Okay, now I'm gonna do this whole thing like that, and I'm just gonna set them to the side, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you what I do next. Okay, we're back. Let me put you over here a little bit. All right, we'll get this out of the way. We'll get our calculator out of the way. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take these, and we're gonna fold them under, okay, all the way around. Then we're just gonna roll them like you would if you've ever made sourdough bread. You're just gonna kind of make them a little bit tight and roll them, okay? And then we're gonna put them on the pan after we grease it. I forgot about that. You guys need to keep me on my toes now. Okay, so we're gonna grease our pan. We don't want them sticking, right? Okay, and then we're gonna just do this to each one of them. We're just gonna fold them. You're just folding them under, okay? To the bottom, fold it, just fold it, and you're getting some air in there, and it's gonna make them really good on the inside. And then you're gonna Just kind of scoot them and get some tension on them. Okay? And then you're going to put them on the pan. I'm going to do the rest of these. How many did it make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How about that? All right, I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm back. I got them all done. They look flat, don't they? That's because I sit and I pushed them down because I wanted them to, these things are going to rise like crazy because we put that yeast in there. So I wanted to push them down to make them kind of bigger. So when they rise, they'll get this real pretty dome on them. Okay? So we're going to let these sit just like we did a while ago. We're going to let them sit. We're going to cover them with a one of these. Well, hold on. We're going to cover them with a towel. I just use my old flour sack towels, you guys. I use them for everything. Like I told you in that other video. They are good for everything. So we're just going to let them sit like that, and I'll bring you back and show you what they look like in about, I don't think it's going to take an hour, but give or take an hour, okay? I'll see you in a minute. All right, here they are. It's not been quite an hour yet, but I think they're rose good enough because I think when we put them in the oven, they're going to rise even higher. So before we do that, what you do after you let them rise for the second time, or you let the dough rise the first time, then after you make each bun, you let them rise. You're going to take a beaten egg white. I got 2 in here, but you're going to take some egg white. I just slung that all over the place. And then you're just going to brush these with this egg white. And I do about 3 of them. And then I run over here and get the sesame seeds so they'll stick. And I put the sesame seeds on them, just like that. And we'll do these 3. And then after you do all these, you're going to put them in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven, and it's, you don't want to burn them, so don't just take off and leave them, okay? Be watching them because ovens cook different. And when they get golden brown and they're all plumped up there, they're going to be done. So I'm going to finish the rest of these, and after they're done, I'll get back on here and show you what they look like. All right, here they are, all done. Aren't those pretty? Look how pretty and golden brown they are. Now I'll let them cool, and then I'll cut them in half. There goes my timer. It didn't quite take as long as what I told you. It took about 18 minutes. And like I said, everyone's oven's different, but these are hot. But see how pretty them are? And then when they cool off, we'll cut them. There is no better hamburger bun, I'm just going to tell you. These are straight up. These are it. You need to try this recipe. These are good. And just, let me put you up here for a minute. Stick around because I'm going to have a lot more to show you guys. I'm trying to do this and do everything else I've got going right now. I'm off for the summer, but hopefully I'll get a lot of stuff put on here for you. So, and I'll try to get this recipe down in the description underneath this video. So I'll catch you, Lord willing, on the next video, and y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later.